got our podcast, thinking you should watch it. If you driving, man, it's good for you to listen. No, we keep it real. No, we spit it raw. Sports dialogue. No, it's good if I'm involved. No, we're not the news. We just cool dude with nobody to impress. Just talking our shit. Call it Pressman coverage. Pressman coverage.
Welcome into Press Man Coverage. We are joining you guys after Cam Ward just threw for 10 touchdowns. Okay, all right, maybe I'm taking it a little bit too far, but we are joining you guys after we had the opportunity to check out Cam Ward in his first preseason action and the Tennessee Titans as a whole. But before we dive into what happened today, let's introduce the crew. Cody, talk to him.
Man, I was looking forward to this all day. We're 2 possessions into Cam Ward's hopefully long tenured career with the Tennessee Titans. One not so good and one phenomenal. So how do we feel? I have no idea.
So let's talk to him, baby.
Hey, man, we here, man. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the site, Ward.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, hey, I mean, we're feeling good, man. We got a lot to talk about today, man. It was a lot of things to take away from preseason game. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to get into it, man. Hey, football is back. It's back, baby.
Football is back.
Yes.
10 Boyle still sucks. Yeah.
We back. We back.
Yeah. I came up here probably 7 minutes ago, left in the quarter. We were down by, I don't know, 12. I looked down my phone. 10 Boyle's throwing a pick 6. We're down by 30. Let's go.
Let him boil.
Like what is he doing, man? What is
Crazy.
he doing? Well,
He's not throwing the DK, I'll tell you that.
well, like not many people did. But let's dive into kind of how the game started. We'll walk through kind of in a semi-chronological way. So starting off with the opening kickoff, I feel like the tone was set by looks like linebacker number 2, James Williams. Cody, I saw you
Smashed
kind of put in the notes. He came in, he Ray Lewis. Nah, he was playing some ball, man. It was really cool to see.
What?
He came in, he was ready to go. And he really did set the tone in terms of like, at least our special teams may not be slogging. But I guess
There was some
TBD.
physicality right there.
Yeah, so it's better than nothing to be able to see that. But then the Bucs got the ball, and Kyle Trask came in and just diced us up, man.
Yeah.
Man,
You're a Florida guy, man. You do all the talking.
He was shredding us, dude. I mean, his first pass to McMillan down the left sideline.
Yeah.
I mean, McMillan kind of went up and mossed us right off the rip, made us feel little. And then, it kind of just kept going, dude. Kyle Trask was kind of just torching us.
Yeah, it got ugly there for a second. I didn't know what it was going to turn into, to be honest with you. But, I'm excited that at least we walked out of there forcing them to a field goal. Brownlee gets a big stop on Emeka Egbuka.
And he
They
was
kicked the
stuck to
field
him,
goal.
too.
Oh,
Man.
dude. And what I love about Brownlee and what I saw from him is last year I feel like he would have got a little bit more handsy, especially at the point of the attack. He didn't quite get his hand around, but he just punched through the receiver's hands, nowhere to catch the ball. That's much better than what we've seen because he was penalty ridden. One of the top
and
guys
he didn't try to
penalties.
go out into the stands and fight anybody like he did at practice. So that was good.
Yeah, he was on one. He was on one. And to kind of talk about the defense, it's interesting because both James Williams and Cedric Gray both had 7 tackles on the day. With Williams having 2 solo tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and Cedric Gray having 2 solo tackles himself, no tackles for loss. That linebacker 2 position is really heating up. And I think that it's going to truly be a battle, even though I think James Williams has a pretty solid hold on it. Let's talk a little bit about Cedric Gray. In that second drive, I got a little bit worried. I saw some missed tackles, and really worried for the whole defense. It wasn't just him. But talking about linebacker 2, saw some missed tackles, got a little bit worried in terms of, all right, if anybody gets hurt, who's coming in at any position? Because Lord have mercy. I know Sebastian Joseph Day is technically a backup and he wasn't out there, but goodness gracious, man, that was rough.
Yeah,
That was
man.
rough.
I'm with you, man. I got a little nervous at first with seeing Cedric Gray out there and taking those reps, and just seeing how he got food on certain like angles that the back was taking, and him just not filling in the hole. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it got a little. I think he may have had to get the nerves out the way and settle down. You know what I'm
Yeah, he's
saying?
probably
That was
still trying to get back into the game.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
what they say in High School Musical, you gotta get your head in the game. Like, like he's got to get it going, man. I don't know
Yeah,
what was
man.
going on with him, but
Yeah, the entire like first couple possessions, dude. I mean, it seemed like this defense, they just could not set the edge. And
yes,
it's like we were missing Draymond Jones. Like it felt like we were missing that impact because that was like
agreed.
his calling cards that, setting the edge. Because I remember
Yeah,
Femi just crashing down. I was just
dude,
like, bro, like, what are we doing?
they went off the right tackle almost 3 times straight. I know at least 2 times straight,
Mm-hmm.
and every time I'm seeing the back of Femi's jersey, like he's chest to chest with the guard. What are you doing? That's what they want you to do. They're going to lower you inside, corner you in, and run off right off the tackle's butt. And you gave that to him every time. And I get it. You're a rookie in your first snaps. Like, let me not act like you're a 10-year vet that should be doing it. But some tough lessons to learn, and
Still-
really something to be looking for in preseason game 2.
Yeah, he's still
Yeah.
learning the position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to forget he was an inside linebacker less than a year ago. So
It was a couple of things that I did like that I saw from Femi. He looked to be very good at tackling. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't many plays that got past him, man. He had a nose for the ball, which I kind of stated early on.
2 solo.
Yeah, he was doing pretty good, man. He just has I think now he'll have some film to be able to look at against another team and be able to see where he had his issues at. It was interesting to me to see him running with the twos. Like,
Yeah.
Is there anything that y'all see from that particular? Like, do you think he'll kind of be in a rotational feel and kind of work himself in?
Yeah.
I
think
mean,
so.
go ahead, Lim.
No, go ahead, Cody.
I was gonna say I definitely see him more being a rotational piece, at least at the start. I think they're just gonna try to get his feet wet, like at the NFL level with this new position that he's learning. And he's gonna be making mistakes just like he did today. And so they're gonna have to like bring him out and coach him up and then send him back in there and try it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was one more thing that I thought was interesting with Femi. They're taking advantage of his past and him being a inside linebacker, and they dropped him in coverage, man. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. And when I looked at some of the footage from the preseason game, from the live scrimmage, there were a couple possessions where he started off at the edge position. They rolled somebody down. He took a step back. It looked like we were in a 4-3, and at times a 3-3-5. So it was pretty cool to see them drop him back to the inside linebacker position and take advantage of that versatility. But you got to be versatile enough to set that edge if you're going to be doing all of that, because you're not an inside linebacker, buddy. But he's young. He's going to have to learn. So I think there's some things to grow from. The biggest thing, and Cody, I'm gonna steal a little bit from you, is this. I've heard your saying a few times, which is pray for health.
Yeah.
Pray for health. And with our secondary, specifically the cornerback room, they made Cal Trask look like he was a superstar. And his edge rush room as well, but we'll focus on secondary for a second. I didn't see a lot from a lot of the undrafted free agents, even our second-year guys like Gabe Judy Liley. I know Davion Ross he punched out the football at one point, which is a very good
That was
play.
a great play. That was a great play.
Great play.
Man.
Great
They
play.
stood him up. He punched it out, got on the football. That was excellent. But aside from that, there weren't really many bright spots, from our backup secondary unit, aside from safety play. I think I saw Mike Brown make a few plays out there, and then Quandre Diggs will be considered a backup as well with Winston. So safeties, to be honest, I'm not even worried about it. I think we may have 2 starting caliber safeties on our bench with Diggs and Winston when it's all said and done. But cornerbacks, Cody, you still got your shoulder pads,
Pray.
dog.
Hey, right here. Let's pray. Pray for health. Let's hope that L'Jarius Sneak can get that bullet fragment out his knee. You know, it's just we're gonna need him, bro. We're gonna need him. I tell
Yeah.
you what, though, I was watching right before we hopped on here. Number 24, Woods. He was popping some people a couple times. I think he's another safety too. But as far as somebody that I ain't really recognized before, he stood out to me.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting that you say that because he was somebody who, from a physicality standpoint, Julius Wood,
Mhm.
he
Yeah.
6 tackles on the day, was 4th in tackles,
Mhm.
behind the linebackers essentially, and 3 of those were solo. That's the type of physicality that can earn you a spot, at least on special teams.
Well, yeah.
Just knowing, especially with that safety room, because Winston and oh goodness, who did we just pick? And Diggs aren't going to be playing special teams. No way. Winston coming off injury, Diggs being the vet that he is. So there's room for somebody to make a position open up for themselves on the team, and it looks like Julius Wood did a good job of doing that today. So
So
let's go ahead,
how
go ahead.
concerned are y'all about this defense and how it looked? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, besides the one play where we kind of got the little cover sack, and I can't remember who got the sack. It may have been number 53. I can't remember his name on the top
It
of my
was
head.
Jihad Ward. We just
Jahad
picked him up.
Ward.
Mhm.
Yeah. So besides that, dude, it did not look pretty, at least against like their Kyle Trask and their twos. What do y'all think?
For
Reason for
me,
concern?
yes. And for me, it's gonna be tough to like analyze them right now just because we don't have our full starters in there. Now, backup wise, like they couldn't get any pressure at all. And so
Mhm.
a lot of that work was on the DBs to lock that coverage up. I mean, even for that sack, like that was like about 8 to 10 second play. That was a second effort.
It was like
Both
an
guys.
8-second cover sack.
Yeah,
Like
so
literally.
I mean, hey, job well done for the DBs to lock those routes up. But golly, man, we need help, man. Where's O'Malley, man? Like, get O'Malley back out there, man. They
Hey.
cut him. Like,
Pour one out for our boy.
Yeah,
But
buddy.
yeah, to the people in the comments, man, that say that like, you know, the people in the comments that say that we don't need like Javondre Sweat to get sacks and everything, like this is like a prime example as to like why I feel like we need him to be able to get sacks because
yes,
we just don't have a lot of pieces that can do it.
Yeah, and that's something that I get that, he's going to have to produce, but even him, let's say he gets 5 sacks, which for a nose tackle, Vita Vea, his good years, all right around 6 to 7 sacks. So let's say he gets 5. What's that really going to do for us? I mean, I say that, I know that sounds crazy negative, but at the end of the day, it really makes me question kind of what's that going to do for us long term? Because it's one of those where you never know exactly what's going to happen, in terms of the edge rushers. And you don't know exactly the impact of not having Sweat and Simmons in there because now
hmm
they're not focused on a double team. You're not getting one-on-ones on the outside as easy as you would be traditionally.
yeah, and I'll try to give him a little bit of benefit of the doubt. I didn't see any like specialized blitz packages or anything of that nature. You know what I mean? So
Huh?
I'm going to trust Denard that he can get creative with how he can present pressure or bring pressure. But just with the fronts, like with the trenches right now, those second strings look atrocious. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna lie. It didn't look up to par of leaving it just up to them to be able to get enough pressure on the quarterback to disrupt timing or whatever the case. So Denard's gonna have to be really creative this year.
Creative is the word, because I just don't think we're gonna have edge rushers that are going to be able to win one-on-one. I know they keep talking about rushing together, and the sack that we did get feels like what they're describing. You know what I mean? Like everybody coming in, then all of a sudden a sack lands into somebody's lap because the rush plan is together. And I see what they're saying. Both players spent at the same time, had
Yes.
our hands at the quarterback.
Yep.
We have a rush plan. That's great. But one of the plans has to be win one-on-one, son. What are
Yeah,
you
sometimes you
doing?
just gotta win your battle, just straight up.
And I don't know how often that's going to happen. I did see a couple times where Femi did a speed rush off the edge and did get, I don't want to call it a pressure, but he was beating his man and the ball came out quick. But that's the name of the game. The ball's going to come out quick. And we've got to be able to generate pressure and do what Vrabel loved to coin, just complimentary football. We've got to be able to do that. Generate pressure, ease the pressure off your cornerbacks and vice versa. But we've got to be able to do that, especially on third down to get off the field. And I would love to be able to do that without having to generate pressure. I mean, to send blitzes every single time.
Yeah,
So-
if you can drop 8, dude, like, I mean, it just makes your defense so much better. But
Yes.
I mean, I'm hoping with like Jeff Simmons and him, like his weight loss and everything, dude, I'm hoping that he can like get upfield quicker and like get more pressure on the quarterback and bring down the quarterback. But I mean, we're gonna need it because I mean, after him, it's bleak.
Yeah, and the reality is we had both of our starting edge rushers out there today. We weren't missing anybody on the
I
edge.
didn't see Arden Key do anything.
No, nothing but him come out there and just yell for a little bit. That's it. That's all he's got.
Yeah, man.
You know, so we'll see, man. But
I will
go
say,
ahead, Randy.
I will say, on one of those plays, I think it may have been a starting drive. Who was that slipped? That would have been a sack.
Oh yeah, it was.
Was that Draymond?
It was Draymond Jones off the edge who slipped.
He would have smoked him.
Yeah, because they put their field together with Lego blocks 10 minutes before the game.
Yeah, like it's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, what was going on? I mean, it was literally like puzzle pieces that weren't all together.
They were like, yeah, they
Man.
haven't sewn the field together. They sewn the field? What are we talking about?
Crazy, bro.
Is this crochet
Nuts.
class?
Yeah,
I mean, Teron Davenport put out a video, dude. I was shocked at
it looked nasty.
how shitty their field looked.
Yeah,
I was scared for Cam for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they were talking about like maybe even limiting him even playing because they didn't want him to slip.
Man.
Yeah. Well, man, let's pivot over and talk about a few key points here. Go ahead, Sauce. You got something?
I was gonna say I had a key point, but we'll transition right into this. Did y'all
Yeah,
see
yeah,
Bender?
yeah.
Y'all see Bender get in his John Cena bag with the clothesline? I'm talking about, bro. He about beheaded that man. Man, shout out to Bender. You got a penalty for that, but
they threw a flag, and I said it's well deserved because Bender, what are you doing? What are you doing? But guys, we have to do one quick thing.
My hands in the sanctuary.
Hey, I saw Cam Ward. He had time, bro. He had time to process like what he was seeing.
He had time. No more NPF.
Nope.
No more
Andre
that bull-
Dillard. Nope.
That money is well spent.
Okay, real quick, let me just jump into some of the stats for our pass blocking. So first of all, our starting line gave up no pressures in the first 2 drives. Something that hasn't happened since Eddie George.
Nom.
It might even been before Eddie George. I think it might have been when Earl Campbell was the running back and Warren Moon. Shout out Earl Campbell, the signed jersey behind you. Big E, what up, baby? Is he alive? I shouldn't have said that. Anyways, okay. It's
I think
one
he's
of those-
alive.
Yeah, he is. I'm tripping.
If he's not, rest in peace.
If he's not, my bad. But no pressures is absolute. Like, that's just something that
It was beautiful.
I was watching how much time Cam had. He didn't have that much time in college.
Right. He was able to look at 1, look at 2, look back
Yes.
to 1. Oh, let me go look over here too.
They
Oh.
protected that man.
Like,
They
and you
did.
know what's crazy is like, even with that, the ball was coming out. It just felt like it was a rhythm to it. You know,
Mhm. There was
Like it
flow.
it wasn't like it was just so much time and like, oh, somebody's finally open. Like it was like 1, 2, boom, 1,
Mhm.
boom. Like he just got
Mhm.
the ball out so quick, man. It was really cool to see, and you know, that's something that I'm just really happy that we're able to get to it. They drove down, they punched in a TD, a touchdown. Let's check out how Pollard finished for him. Mr. Tony
Love that.
Pollard punching it in, easy touchdown. That's how you get it done. And it's from a drive that had rhythm, the pace was correct, and the O-line set that all up. Cody, tell me your thoughts on it.
Yeah, him and Cam Ward and Calvin Ridley, dude, they look like they're on the same page. And last year, that did not happen with Will Levis and Calvin Ridley until Calvin Ridley went to the locker room and said, "How many targets I got in the first half? How many targets did I get?" But
Yeah, he had to cut somebody.
yeah,
out.
I mean, that second possession, dude, like that looked like a functional offense that we didn't have last year, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it was good because Cam Moore spread the ball around too.
Mm-hmm.
Just looking at what PFF has charted for him. So looking at 15 yards or more, 10 yards or more. 2 receptions in the middle of the field, 10 yards plus, between 10 and 20 for 40 yards.
3. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cut you off, but it would have been 3 if Van Jefferson would have caught that ball.
Yeah, we'll
come on, man. Like, yeah.
What are you doing? Then we had another reception, just past 10 yards. Again, easy completion. He was 1 for 2 and past 10 yards on the left side of the field. The middle of the field was where his bread and butter were. Out of his 5 completions, 4 came in the middle of the field. So it's good to see that. I know that was something that was highly touted when it came to him. Hey, he's a guy who dissects the middle of the field. So it was good to see that that's the area of the field where you can continue to have that defense be compacted. That opens up the outside of the field, which is normally it's the opposite where quarterbacks struggle with that. So really good to see.
Yeah, I mean, with the good, you gotta go with the bad too. I mean, he put one danger ball out there where, that thing could have easily been picked off, and interception has been a problem with him so far, at least through training camp and everything. But we've got, as Titans fans, we have got to let this kid freaking grow in front of us. This is what he is. He's an aggressive talent. He wants to take chances, and with chances, I mean, there's going to be risks, there's going to be mistakes. And, he's still getting a feel for being a quarterback in the NFL. And so I don't want this. If he throws an interception, he gets all this ridicule or whatever in the first game of the season. Like he's going to throw picks. It's going to happen.
Yeah, and based on Nick Bonito having a drive where he had sack pressure.
Hey, I saw that and I was like, oh, Dan Moore.
For those that don't know, that's an edge rusher for Denver, who we've got week 1. He's gonna have to be able to get rid of it. Sorry, Sauce, go ahead and jump in. My bad.
I was just gonna say with piggybacking off of Cody, man, it's like I really like what this guy is doing, man. With pushing the ball down the field. I've seen him go against adversity. Like he put that danger ball up there. Like looking at the replay, I see what he was looking for. I think he was thinking that DB was going to drop down to Chig underneath, and then he would have had Illick to where it could have been him, the ball placed where only he could catch it, turn around, get out of bounds. It would have been a tough catch for Illick, but if that play would have connected, that would have been highlight reel worthy. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man, it would have been an explosive play, which we're looking for.
So I think, like you said, Cody, man, it's gonna be patient, man. You gotta slow walk this. This is the first time we have a guy that is capable of being really, really special. And I really like it. I like when Ridley had that penalty. They dropped us down. I think it was like 1st and 20. Mm-hmm. He took that ball. He got with Ridley. Got that. What was it? Like a 12-yard play or something like that. That first one right after we got that penalty.
27.
Yeah, exactly. Then just drove down. I think he got about like 3 passes in a row to Ridley. Got down, drove us down to where we got. This guy is special, man. If you guys do not see it, this guy is special. He has it. Like, I'm just excited.
And kind of what you said, Cody, that is something to try to get used to. Is we've got a different style quarterback than what we're probably used to. We're used to having game managers or sporadic
taking what the defense gives them.
Yeah.
Right. Or giving it to the defense either way. But I think it's going to be a change in mindset too of like, this guy's going to take chances. And, he's probably going to throw an interception in 3/4 of the games this year. I could see him having a 12 interception year, but if that's accompanied with 25 touchdowns, how mad are you as a fan base for a rookie year? And we'll do a predictions episode later on, and we'll dive in depth in kind of what that really is going to look like for us. But just curious, off the top of your head, if he threw 12 touchdowns, how would you feel, Cody?
Well, if he threw 12 touchdowns, I'd be scared to death.
Sorry, 12 interceptions.
Yeah, I'll probably project him to probably throw even more than that, honestly. So if he threw 12, I'd probably be pretty happy. And I just think this should be expected with like the style of quarterback that he is. He's okay with taking risk. And
he's gonna do it.
he sees that if he sees like an explosive play, he's got to try to fit into that tight window, and he thinks he can do it. He's gonna throw it, and he's gonna hit some, and we're gonna love him, and then he's gonna throw a pick, and we're gonna be like but it just all has to be with adjustments. I mean, he's just getting adjusted, and we just gotta be patient because his team. I know Ray says we're gonna win 11 games this year.
I'm sorry.
But I think this is just gonna be a filling out process for him. He's gonna have to play every game and take his lumps and make mistakes, and we'll see the light at the end of the tunnel a couple years from now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
so, man. It'll take a while, but we'll get there.
I agree with Cody, man. I mean, if he throws 12 picks, I'll be okay with that because I feel like he probably double that in touchdowns. And this guy's mentality is the reason why I'm okay with it also, because he doesn't get rattled if that is that. You know what I'm saying? I think he would have a logical reason for why he tried to make said play. You know what I mean? And that I'm okay with. But making that type of mistake in it and then throwing you off of your game or like psyching you out to where you can't wield this team or lead this team to a victory, that's where you have a problem. Yes, 100%. That's where that's where it gets dangerous. But I'm all right, man. If he throws 12, and yeah, I think he'll either double or triple that. I gave my stats.
I'll tell you. Yeah, you did, and I'll tell you right now what I'm already ready for. I'm ready for Van Jefferson to be off the field. I want a DK. I want an Io Manor in that position already. Dude.
Bro, Can we take a second and give DK some flowers? Dude, that second.
I can take my shirt off and
show I promise you, okay.
Bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. Seeing that guy on the field, I said
he's got burst, bro. He looks good.
When he took that kickoff, I'm like, holy. And then he got on the field and was running those routes. I'm like, okay, we got a guy. And I seen he's aggressive. He's not afraid of contact. He is not afraid of contact, bro.
Even that quick screen,
Yeah. Like he fought for those extra yards.
He kind of saw that maybe like the play was gonna be over, and he just ran straight. He didn't like just keep dancing, and I love that, dude. Like I don't want somebody just sit there and dance. Like try to get upfield.
Yeah, get it and go. And he's got real speed too. And I think it's his acceleration. Excuse me. It's his acceleration that I really appreciated. Is because he got it and he had 3 yards. Before the ball was in his hands. It felt like. So that was really cool to see. And I'm right there with you. Van Jefferson. I'm sure he's a fine veteran to have just for a moment, but hopefully it's just for a moment.
I don't want him off the team. I think he has value, but I think the young guys need to be playing more than him.
Agreed. I would be fine if the snap count between those three, let's just say that they were sharing 100 snaps, was like 30 Van Jefferson and the rest were split between Io and DK, however you want to split that. Like I would be much 35 and 35. I don't care what it is, but I would be very happy with results similar to that. Just get them on the field, man. Both the young guys have proven they can run routes. They got to play. They both got size, and they deserve to be on the field.
What did y'all think of Jaquan Jackson going out for the punt return over DK?
So I get it. He was number 1 on the depth chart, so I figured that's who they were going to try first. But they said that they were going to rotate them each game. So we'll see what happens. I'm curious to see what DK looks like. But I'll say this. James Prochet looked pretty good, too. I know those.
James Prochet looked good, too, bro. But I just got to say it, dude. I just got to say it. Jaquan Jackson, and I don't like using this word for people, I think he blows.
Yeah. He doesn't make plays. He's had plenty of opportunities. He doesn't make plays.
I don't know why he was even out there, bro. I don't think he's very good.
Yeah, they normally give the veteran the nod, which we'll talk about that here in a second. But I think that, Prochet to me it's between Prochet and DK. at the returner positions. Jaquan, I don't think there's a way he makes the team because Prochet's shown that he can be a productive receiver this last week or two. Of
Yeah,
Interesting.
Prochet. I've seen a lot of little notes about Prochet and how he's been doing real good in training camp.
So that's something that's really good to see, and that's going to be interesting to watch, the punt return, kick return battle. We've got to get in the end zone or kick at least some field goals to get more kick returns or something. I mean, to be able to get a stop or two, something, man, so we can see more kick returns. I mean, we can't just keep giving up field goals. I'm tired of seeing our kick return unit out there. They scored 30 points on us today. I hope we don't see them again, but I'm sure it's good for the guys who are battling. But for punt return, the way our defense is playing, might not see none of them neither.
Yeah, we never be like Pat McAfee, like we did not punt much. So another thing that I thought was kind of interesting was Julius Chestnut over Mullins.
Yeah. And then again, they normally give the veteran the nod initially. I think it's like a NFL respect thing, but the way Mullins ran,
hey man,
yeah. Now I will say,
pop. Don't get
Chestnut looked good. Chestnut, I mean, he had that one where Chris Berman would go, what? Make it on that first one. He would have.
he would have the joystick on him.
He would have made the Chris Berman highlight reel. But dude, Khalil Mullins' first run, dude, he pissed me the hell off. I can't even lie to you. It was
the way he stuttered,
it was the 3rd and 1. It was the 3rd and 1, and he was just back there dancing, dude. I'm just like, bro, run through. I put that in the notes. Run through an MFer's face.
Yep.
You're a power bag. You're not a dancer, dude. Just get behind your pads.
And how do you think he responded to that?
Dude, he responded phenomenally after that. You can tell he got talked. He got talked to when he got brought to the sideline.
Somebody said, "Negro, what are you doing?"
Yeah, they.
We didn't bring you here to dance, Khalil.
He had 7
You're not
carries.
Usher out here.
7 carries, 33 yards, 4.7 yard average, which for 7 carries, 4.7, that's pretty darn good.
That's good.
With a long of 12, Julius Chestnut had 3 carries for 18, which obviously is a 6-yard average, which is good. It's just 3 carries, though. I think, the 7 and almost averaging 5, even including that less than or maybe not even a yard gain, like he came in after that and was like, pop, pop, pop. So I would love to see him get that role because that role may be running back too with what's going on.
Well, yeah, we didn't talk about that. Tajay Spears, dude. Tajay Spears getting hurt.
Man, this is scary. I wonder if that was a turf thing or if that was just how he got tackled. But man, like it's scary. It's scary. Dude.
He walked off, but then he got carted to the locker room, which I thought was kind of weird.
Yeah, but the thing is, he was sitting on the cart. So that doesn't really, I don't know. I don't know how far their medical thing
is. That like a rich people thing? Like, hey, I ain't freaking walking to the locker room.
It's like, hey. But it's one of those things too. Like, I'm gonna say it. I know that the circumstances are different. We didn't trade for him. He didn't replace somebody who was great. Blah 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 blah. But he's heading towards Burks territory for some of the fans out there. I saw a lot of tweets like, "Oh, here we go again." And it's one of those things where Spears, I've seen the true potential. We all have of how explosive he can be.
That play that he got hurt on, it was like, he showed some juice. I was like, oh my God.
I think that was a 9-yard run.
I can't wait for it. Man, 12, I think.
Yeah, might have been.
To Mullins,
he tends to look good. Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. I was gonna say back to like Mullins real quick. It was just one thing that kind of stuck out to me. Mullins give me the vibes that he's like a volume guy. I don't know if he's good off of having just a couple of touches. You got to get him in a rhythm. That's what I noticed. I'm like, the more and more that he got touches, the more he just started getting it. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit of that Derrick Henry feel where it's just like he needs to wear you down.
Yeah.
Very poor man's Derrick Henry, but.
Yeah. It's like he gets better as the touches go and as the game progresses. Like he's gonna be a good 4th quarter grinder. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just a thing I noticed.
No, and I completely agree. And speaking of 4th quarter grinder, and we'll kind of wrap up with this. There are some lowlights that I have to point out. One of them was, speaking of lowlights, I think the lights were all the way down in this moment because I maybe forgot he was there, But Xavier Restrepo, I'm not going to say any of this is his fault, but
The Restrepians out there.
they're going to be hurting because fourth quarters, first time you saw him aside from special teams, he got 2 targets, but it was from Tim Boyle. You know, I know the saying's been let Tim boil, but he's been boiling himself. He's a boiled egg out there. He
Yeah,
stinks.
Boyle was like, he was probably trying to lead him like a couple yards, and Restrepo's too slow to like get there.
No, let me tell you something. Boyle
No,
finished
Boyle
with
is just horrible, bro.
4 for 13, 24 yards, 2 interceptions,
That is out of pocket.
a 0.6 quarterback rating. 0.6.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
Can we? I mean, for me, like, in order to see Restrepo's true potential, can we at least just get a couple of reps with like Brandon Allen, and let's see what we got? Because like him being slighted with Boyle and trying to like make that work to slide his ways up to the 2s, it's almost an impossible task. Like it's not good, man. It's not looking good.
Yeah, and the thing is like, go ahead, Cody.
I was just gonna say, I think that he may not make it to the 3rd preseason game at this rate.
Do y'all think they'll bring him back, like on the practice squad?
Yeah, I can see that because of age, because of other people he's competing against. Like Prochet's not a practice squad candidate. You know, Jaquan Jackson could be, but I could see him being a practice squad guy. The issue is, like, you know, I know that they said starters are going to play every game, but I think that it's probably going to be 1 drive going forward, maybe not even 2. And, you know, I think Ridley may not play the rest of the preseason. I actually hope he doesn't. So maybe Ioman or somebody will bump up and give more slots for him to fill into, because when I looked at that group that played with Allen, I actually was pretty impressed. You've got
Bryce Oliver looked good too. Bryce Oliver is somebody that's I like Bryce Oliver.
DK, Io Manor, Gunnar Helm. You're looking at that group like, wow, there's actually some guys who can produce, and that's all 2nd unit, some potential 3rd unit guys. So that was really cool to see, and it's cool to see Helm right there too. Josh Wiley, look out, because David Martin Robinson.
I think Wiley may be gone too. DMR got some catches. I don't think Wiley got out there till like the 4th quarter.
Yeah, it's rough. And on the depth chart, we were talking about earlier, normally the veterans get the nod. Gunnar Helm was listed at tight end too. That's a shocker. Not in terms of targets. Good. I mean, not in terms of where he's slated or whatever. That's a shocker because it just doesn't happen. You know, he had a 16-yard catch, his first catch, and it looked good. He looked athletic. He did a lot of nice things in the joint practice. So hey, they had enough to make a film cut up of him with 3 different receptions from Cam Ward. He did something. So please, I just have to say, get Tim Boyle out of here.
I tell you what, the Texans may have their own version of Tim Boyle in Graham Mertz, and respectfully, he is a Gator dude, but golly,
we've got 2 UFL quarterbacks inside of the division.
I mean, it was a rough day to be a Gators quarterback. Anthony Richardson dislocates his finger. Graham Mertz throws 3 interceptions. It's brutal out here.
Kyle Trask a Gator, so maybe he made up for
it. I mean, he kind of made up for it.
He kind of made up for it, but no, he didn't. Tim Boyle, you can't make up for that. Golly, man. I do feel bad for the 3s because they have no shot. Like
Hawk, that's what I'm saying. It's like to be a receiver out there and you're just like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah.
And the thing is that Boyle's been in the league for years. Like he's been ruining wide receivers' careers for years.
He keeps making teams. Like, what's going on, man? But I will say this, for a first preseason game, especially for Cam Ward and the first team offense, started off kind of like, what's going on? But that second drive, they picked it up. Again, I know we're playing against 2s, whatever. I just want to see how it looks. Let me see the flow. I want to see you drive down the field against 2s. That's what I want to see. You know what I mean? I don't want to see it be constant 3rd and long that you got to complete over and over. Like, no, let's see you move the ball methodically, get the ball to your key receiver, which he got to Ridley 3 times, 50 yards on 1 drive from Calvin Ridley.
Just like what Stoney was telling us. The plays are there.
Yeah.
The protection's got to hold up.
And it looks like it might be. So, it was really good to see that. But there's some guys who have to pick it up. For the defense as a whole, the secondary, the backup linebackers, everybody, but the safeties, I'll say, we've got to see more out of them. Otherwise, that waiver wire, we got the number one waiver wire claim. We might as well just build a whole new team. we we got 22 our starting offense, our starting
Step
defense,
it up, guys.
But everything on that back end of that defense, boy, let's go knocking. Asante Samuel Jr.'s out there, and if we know Snead's not coming back, go get him, man. I'm not Gabe Giuliani lulled to sleep.
I'm so sick of Gabe Giuliani, dude. I'm so tired of seeing that name.
Oh,
goodness gracious, man. But man, I think overall we've got some things to be excited about. We've got another joint practice coming up this week with Atlanta. It's going to be a lot of fun to be able to watch that. We'll come and give you guys a few episodes around that too, as well as the preseason game next week against a team that should play some starters. So we should be able to get a better look at what ones versus ones look like in certain scenarios, especially cornerbacks against wide receivers.
Yeah,
I think
Drake of London may be a problem.
Maybe. Jarvis Brownlee Jr., you just get a flag every play. I don't care.
Pack your lunch, buddy.
But if he runs to that other side of the field, he's going to have 5 for 290. but man, thank you guys so much for jumping in with us today. We really appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in to Pressman coverage. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a good weekend. Peace.
Pressman.